All right, you guys, we're going to get started in just a minute. Whoa. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see how this works, guys. Hopefully you have some space. Let me get my camera turned on. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. All right. Alrighty then. We are going to, hope you can hear that. Hopefully it's not too loud. If you want, you can turn it down on your end, and we are going to start with just a quick little warm up and get moving. Ooh. All right, you guys, I'm struggling today with music, so bear with me. Welcome to your Microburst today, everybody. Hopefully the weather is not as terrible where you are as it is here today on this Monday. If you are having trouble hearing me, go ahead and just make sure you watch the screen. I don't know what's going on with my internet today. So we're going to start with our arms. We're going to bring our arms all the way up, and let's start with a big, nice stretch to start with. And bring those arms up and over. Up and over to the other side. And bring those arms all the way down. Hands onto your shoulders. We're going to draw big circles with those elbows. All the way up and back, and repeat to the front. And we're going to open and close that chest. Elbows close and front, and open, and close. Go ahead and shake out those hands. We're going to come into a nice hip width position. We're going to bring our chin down to our chest, and we are going to slowly roll our shoulders over, and we are going to roll all the way down through our spine until our hands hit the floor, or they almost hit the floor, and then roll all the way back up. And repeat one more time, bring it down, roll it forward, add a nice little bend in the knees, and then roll it back up. All right, let's bring those knees up. Let's start moving a little bit more, get that heart rate up a little bit. I don't know why my computer doesn't like me today. Doesn't want to play my music. All right, knee lifts. And from here, we're going to go into some jumping jacks. So if you want to do your modified jacks, you're going to come to here until you start to get a little bit warmer, and then you can pick up the pace just a little bit more until we get to our jumping jack, our full jumping jack. And it up and down. For 3, 2, 1, and come back to a standing position. You can take a step touch. So camera, Go ahead and keep it moving. From here, we're going to drop it down into our squat position. Take a nice wide stance, a little bit wider than hip width. Sit those hips back and stand it back up. That first squat is usually a nice one to stretch out those legs. And go ahead and find that squat position and stand it back up. Think of bringing that tailbone to the back. We got 30 seconds of work today. Keep squatting it out. Think of pressing those knees out at the bottom. Keeping that chest nice and open. Last one. And break. Go ahead and bring those heels up to your butt for some butt kicks. Stretch out those quads. Nice big deep breaths. For 3, 2, 1, we're going to bring feet up as straight as you can get them. A little bit of bend is fine. Let's reach for those toes. Keep that chest up. All right. About 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Take it out. If you need a sip of water real quick, grab some water. Right. You're going to go into some lunges. If you have something to hold on to something. We are just going to walk back and step into a reverse lunge. So that right leg comes to the back. Think of dropping that back knee straight down and up and switch and reverse. If you have dumbbells and you'd like to include them here, you can also use those arms. Do a little bicep curl with those. And we're just going to keep stepping back, keeping that chest up, and watching that front knee, making sure it's not going past that toe. Got a few more. 3, 2, 1, and break. All right. 20 seconds to breathe. We're going to bring it down into our plank position. Sorry about that. Quite loud. All right, plank position. We are going to start with some push-ups. Take a second to stretch out those shoulders and that chest before we go down into it. 30 seconds of as many push-ups as you can do. On the knees, on the toes, whatever is your hardest position. Here we go. Pull that core in and bring it down and up. Push-ups. Keep that core nice and engaged. We got 8 seconds left. One more. And rock it back. Stretch out those arms. And bring those feet out in front of you. We're going to do a little bit of core. All right. Lay it down onto your back. All right. We're going to come into a nice tabletop position. I want your arms to come out to each side, holding you for support. Feet come up into a nice right angle. And from here, we are going to engage our core, pulling that belly button down into the floor. From here, you're going to let those knees come up and over to the left, stacked on top, They come back over through the middle and over to the right. This is also a good little stretch to help crack your back, stretch out that low back, but also work those obliques and side obliques. So the name of the game here is control. We want to control those knees coming down on each side and engaging as they come back up. About one more here on each side. Woo. I don't know what's going on with my computer today, guys. And bring it back to center. Hold this position here. Flex the feet. And our heels are going to come down and up. Heel taps down and up. You can keep your hands down by the side and bring it back. Try to keep those knees right above your hips and bring it back to that same position each time. Breathing. Tap. 5 more seconds. And hold here. We are going to hold this position in this tabletop pose. We're going to lift our shoulder blades up off the ground. Arms reach forward. So we are here. And I want you to hold this position. You can bring the knees together and squeeze. And I want you just to hold. I want you to lift those shoulders up a little bit higher. Hold here. And 3, 2, 1. Lay it down and take a second to breathe. Rest for about 10, 15 more seconds. And from here, we're going to plant our feet into the ground. Press those heels down into the floor. We're going to bring our arms straight up from our chest. We're going to do some glute bridges here. We're going to bring our arms up like this because it makes it a little bit less stable. It makes it a little bit harder. So from here, we're going to squeeze our butt cheeks together. And I mean squeeze. Pull that belly button and engage that core. From here, lift your tailbone up off the ground and press into the floor with your heels. I want you to hold this position right here, focusing on that squeeze and that engagement in your core and in your glutes. Holding here. We're going to take those knees and we're going to open them apart and close. Open, close. So a little bit of adduction here. 3, 4, open, close. 5, 6, we're going for 10. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to take our hips, bring them down to the floor. And now we are going to lift back up and squeeze for another 10. Bring it down, lift and squeeze for 2, up 3, 4, really focus on that squeeze at the top. 5, if you are feeling this more in your quads than in your cheeks, I want you to bring your feet a little further away from you. 7, 8, take your time with these. 9, and last one, 10, up and hold. Press through those heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Roll it over into our plank position. All right. We're going to do some slow mountain climbers. So we're going to bring it up into our plank position. Inhale, lift those knees up off the ground, hands under the shoulders, and bring that right knee underneath. Place it back. Left knee, place it back. We're taking these slow so that we can maintain our plank form this whole time. As we know, sometimes when you do mountain climbers quick, they start to end up being up here, and we want it down here. So keep it going. Got 10 seconds left. And last one. break. We'll rock it back to a child's pose. Ooh. All right. Flip it over. Last exercise, we're gonna do some tricep dips. Face those fingertips towards your back. If you have a bench or a chair that you would prefer to do these off of, go ahead and secure yourself on that bench or something stable. All right, from here, lift those hips up off the ground. Doesn't need to be up super high, just a few inches. Bend those elbows straight back and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it going. Take your time. If you need to break, go ahead, bring it down. Breathe, we got 15 seconds left. And keep going. Three, 2, 1, and break. Shake out those hands. I know those can be a little brutal on the wrists, but it's good to include them because you want to keep them strong. So shake out those hands. Go ahead and come into a butterfly position. Bring those feet together, sitting up nice and tall. Use those elbows to lean forward and use those elbows to help press those knees out on each side. And then extend both those legs out straight. Bring your arms up into the air and reach it forward. Reach for your toes. Find that position that is comfortable that you can hold. You have to hold on to the shins or the knees. That is fine. Take one last big breath in and shake it out. And you guys are all set for today. Thank you so much for joining me. So sorry about if there's any audio issues. I'm having some trouble on my end, but that is a Monday for you. So enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to hydrate. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.